Hello everyone, and welcome back to another stream. So, let me get everything set up and we will jump into stream. This is I'm pretty excited for this one. I've been working really hard to get this project done because I really wanted to showcase it. So, it's gonna be pretty hype. All right, give me 1 second. Let me out of this. All right, I believe we should be good. All right, if anything's off or weird, just let me know. Hey, what's up? Oh, I don't know if I can even contain my excitement for what today is. I've been working so hard. I literally haven't streamed because I've been working on this project so much that I literally, it's like all my free time went to it. And I'm like, at a point, it was like I was trying to prove something. So I went a little heavy on the power storages. Because I'm like, I've never done any like super big challenge or anything like that. It's always been like, it's just casual here and there. You finished the game last night after 167 hours. I'm ashamed to admit I probably have that much time in my power storage. So boom. This right here has been where if you ever wonder why I don't stream, I took on a crazy project that I came up with in my mind. I'm like, yo, how much storage is too much storage? So this is not even 100,000, 1 million megawatts of power storage. There's 10,000 power storages placed all across this factory. What's up, Vinland? So yeah, if you're curious where I've been, this is where. So the first floor got me up to, I think it was like 420 something thousand, and then I'm like, okay, well, I saw a comment on my TikTok that's just like, well, I've seen someone mention about like someone went to 480,000. I'm like, I've never made competition out of nothing. So I made a competition out of it for no reason, just because I wanted to do something different. All right, let's turn it on. Okay, hopefully these aren't on. Hold on, everyone, just give me a second. All right, let me go inside here. I'm sure it's something stupid. It's always something stupid. Actually, I bet I know it is. Here, let me where Yep, that's what it was. Okay, yeah, I know what I'm doing, everyone, so let's just ignore that. Yeah, so this is oh wait, what? Is it on? Wait, huh? Oh no. They're not filled up at all. So granted, I did get this, my settings more fine-tuned, so I don't lag it as bad near them. Whoa, what's only 500? Okay, hold on. What's going on? Why? I honestly can't answer that. I don't know why at a point. I have no idea what brought this on to make me want to do this. It's weird. Are these active? So hold on. Let me see what's going on. What on earth happened? There was nothing even happened. Okay, it goes there and it goes to my. Oh yeah, I'm sure LaCour would love this. So scribbled, there is 10,000 battery storages in this whole factory. So yeah, that's where I've been. What you guys been up to? It's so odd. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. There and who, me? Ah, Vinland is fine. I'm not gonna lie to everyone and act like I've been sleeping great. This project has taken over a decent portion of my life. Yo, what's up? I bet. God, you are not gonna be I built this store's power, right? I bet I built 10,000 of these things. And it took forever. Here, let me go and erase some of the power lines or something. Yo, the funny thing is, it actually wasn't what I meant by that, Vinland, but yeah, it was pretty much close enough. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I just realized why. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's about as bad, honestly. I bet it's not a healthy addiction. Now that this project is done, I feel like I can relax a bit about some of the stuff. I wanted to give myself like a challenge because I feel like I don't do like random challenges. Boom, there it is. That's what I was looking for. It's the number that I was looking for right there. Beautiful. Oh no, I saw you were playing the finals, man. I saw that, I'm like, whoa, that's weird for... It's very not... It's very unusual for you. Oh, man, this... Yeah, facts. Enough megawatts to power one fridge from the 1900s. I'll be honest, I wanted to do like a super big build. I was already so invested in this from just my basic one that I thought, okay, well, what happens if I do a second floor? And so I was like, okay, well, you know, I'll do a second floor. I'll stop there. And I'm like, I ended up at 845,000. And I told myself the next like day or two, I'm like, I can't stop there. I have to at least reach 1 million. I can't just knowingly. Yeah, I really do need to drastically increase my power. You even want a few quick caches to full cash grabs. So yeah, we 10,000. I never thought I'd be here. So in other news, when I say that this has become an addiction of placing power storages, I had a timer on my phone, right? That what I would do is when my timer went off, that meant that when the timer went off on my phone, that meant that I had enough resources uploaded into my dimensional depots in order to place another batch. Here, we're actually going to go up here because I need to take some of the... I used a bunch of summer sloops, so I'm going to go take those out. I don't really need them anymore. So what I would do is anytime that I got a notification on my phone, I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just immediately... No, it was a blueprint. This was the blueprint that I ended up using. It's like a 20 by 20. Or not a 20 by 20, it's 4 by 5. So like 5 long and 4 wide. I mainly did that just because, you know, it was kind of a... I felt like I needed to at a point. All right, let's see what's going on. So none of these are somber slooped. There for a while I was doing it one by one. So happy. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, YouTube, Twitch, and well, of course TikTok. Yeah, you already know that. Okay, yeah, this is why I summer slooped. I'm just gonna remove these. I don't need these like mass producing, infinitely tagging myself. What's going on? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, let's remove some of these summer sloops. Yeah, I bet I may have an actual problem with this game. I may like, it may be an issue. Music Cat A. I haven't done that one in a hot minute. He's gonna become a thaw. It's fun. At least the people in YouTube chat aren't nearly as bad as... I max power shards in almost every machine towards the end. Yeah, I can imagine. What do you mean, what have you done? Oh god, what'd you do, I bet? Okay, let's see. I think that's it. I think that's all the summer slips I had used. So essentially, I have everything like actively being made to finish phase 3. I honestly just have to bring all the materials to one location with a manufacturer in order to finish it. You can't sync them. I never actually thought about trying that. That's actually a pretty funny thing to try. Does it have like an effect of like the ticket thing, or is it like... Jesus. That might be a lot of them. Oh. Your movement in this game is really interesting. I need to look into it. I've heard of the game. I don't keep up with much of the game. Yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll probably just, it sounds dumb. I played Warframe. I used to be a big Warframe player. And then I stopped being one. And then it was really hard to get back into. Oh no. By the way, one of my friends decided it was a great idea to waste 500 million, blow up a reactor. Oh, that I'll be honest, for everyone who's talking about Warframe, I have played the game. I don't know what I'm doing in the game. I just kind of do whatever the game tells me to do. That's 7 billion. Jesus. Oh, wait, so everyone that's typing, they're like 400,000 degrees Celsius. Jeez. I'll be honest, I struggle with lore in certain games. Hollow Knight was like the lore driven game that I played that I was like obsessed with, so I've unfortunately been in situations where I catch the short end of the stick of fixing things for my friend group as well. So don't feel bad, Vinland. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, so last time I played Warframe, I'll be honest, I kind of rage quit Warframe. I know that sounds bad. There's a reason, because I could have swore that I claimed Volt Prime, and then when I logged into the game, it wasn't there. I use extra. Jeez. It's so much, Finland. That's so much. It's so much extra just to fix. I can't decide. Should I build a manufacturer? Oh yeah, fun news about my hypertube cannon. Apparently, if I don't like actively try to stop myself, I will start taking damage because I will fly out of the world. In so it's great, great stuff to learn. Let's see, what do how many computers do I need for adaptive controller control units? 200, not bad. All right. 5 per, so 500. Oof. I love how I say that, but it's really not that bad of a price. I'm making way too much of this stuff anyway, so I'm just gonna kind of gather the materials I need, put them in a storage container, and hey, I appreciate you being here, I bet. Hopefully you have fun on the finals, man. That was, it's an odd statement, but all right. So I did figure something out, guys, that if I AFK on my world next to the power generator, my game goes down to 1 frame. And then as soon as I start moving my mouse, it slowly picks up frames over time. So it's like I have to like give it like a boost to like restart its functioning. I had to go back over there. I just realized I didn't even grab any plastic. Do I not have plastic uploading into the dimensional depot or anything? I just saw him launch it. He's an addict. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna start doing in, of course, I know it is. I think instead of hitting Satisfactory every single time I stream, I think I want to throw in like a different game as well. I'm still deciding on what game it's gonna be. I would like something way drastically different. If that makes sense. Actually, you know, we're gonna have to run back over to the factory, grab the plastic that we need for this stuff, because I can't make a manufacturer without plastic. I'll build the storage stuff right next to the space elevator. That way it just immediately goes in. You don't have any issues. Fun thing's gonna be finding the plastics. That's gonna be the, because I have so many plastics already like turned into stuff. Huh. It's, surely I have plastic still stored, right? Please. Please, God, tell me I do. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. We'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. I don't really, I should probably come back over here and re-optimize this place a little bit more. It's kind of become one of those things where like, it's a functional factory. It's not great. It's not like awful. It just kind of, it serves its purpose more or less. I haven't got to the point where I'm like in dire need of the materials that it produces, so like I kind of just neglect it. Actually, it's probably my most neglected factory out of everything, because I spent more time tending to my heavy modular frame factory and my power storage than I did my own even plastic refineries and stuff. I never really cared for the fluid flow and stuff, so that's kind of why you don't see much of it. I rarely need anything from there. I can't even remember, is my concrete factory still going? Oh my god, there's no way. Oh my god, the concrete factory's full. Jeez, I actually I didn't realize that. Hey, I appreciate you being here. I'll probably still be live. I don't know how long I'll be live for, but I'm kind of just chilling right now. I'd like to get the rest of the phase 3 kind of started and going, so I appreciate you being here. Always a pleasure. Okay, so we're gonna delete this. I'm gonna grab this. We're just gonna build a really bad platform that's not gonna be hooked up to any like world grid or anything like that, because I don't really care. All it needs to do is hold a manufacturer on it. Okay, cool. Whoa, bit of a lag spike. adaptive control units. Alright, cool. I think, well, let's just grab some of these containers and just start placing them. Like I said, it's not going to look great. We're just kind of temporary filling the... Okay, I think I can work. We'll just throw... We'll throw our computers in one. These another. Is that... Let's see, what else do I need the automated wiring too, but heavy modular frames, that's more so what I... Actually, I don't even need that many. Yeah, we'll throw 100 in there. And I believe that I should have automated wiring that should be done, because it takes about 500 automated wiring. This area is kind of the mess area. I decided I wasn't going to build separate factories for everything, so I kind of just messily threw everything together. Ooh, stacks of 50, of course. The bane of my existence. Oh man, okay. Okay, we have everything that we need. I'm pretty excited to have phase 3 over with, because I have a lot of plans. It's just kind of being limited by, well, I'm kind of limited by everything right now. To throw these in here. Boom. Like I said, oh my god, it's so slow. I really should not be complaining. So essentially right now, Vinland is this is like a temporary setup to just finish phase 3. This will be building adaptive control units, which is the only piece that I'm actually missing from phase 3. And then after that, I will be able to see what phase 4 holds for me, which I'm pretty excited about actually. We'll do a summer sloop. Double our output. That way we don't have to. Because five is a lot. 5 per minute's a lot better than 1 per minute. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. Is wrapping up phase 3. I'm pretty excited because I think next phase is nuclear, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna be honest, I've been hyping myself up for nuclear power for a long time. I've told myself exactly how I plan on tackling it, which I'm sure is... I have an idea in my mind of how I'm going to tackle it. Whether or not it works as smoothly as I claim it's going to. Wait, really? Is that how much it... I actually don't know how much the nuclear adds to power. Oh yeah, the purple steam in my face. Oh man. Forbidden vape cloud. I think we have enough resources for where we should be able to... I figure what I'll do is... I'm gonna set up a storage container off to the side, because I'm gonna make too many resources pretty much. That's what it boils down to. By the time this is done, I'm going to have too many being uploaded. So therefore, whatever excess I have from the materials I brought over here, I'll just store it into a bin. That way I can come back and use them later. Because I naturally assume I'm going to need them on the next phase. But I would be very curious to find out, I know there's drones in the game. I'm very curious about the drones. I wish I knew what like phase the drones are on, because they would be a big help with a lot of my resources. But yeah, we're producing them as quick as we can, and I'll be honest, I'm a bit nervous actually moving to nuclear. I know that seems dumb, but like, nuclear is one of those where I've heard horror stories. Like, it's a heavy hitting game. $13 hours to fix. Jesus. The better question, you guys still friends? It's like, are you guys still cool with one another? It's like, oh no, the radiation goes away in real time. Yeah, that's really rough. Especially when you get stuff that like is real time. That's what I ran into with this, is when I built my battery stuff, I was just like, okay, you know, that's not that bad. Because I was just like, oh, it's gonna be like, it's in game time, right? Yeah, it's not. And the problem is with my power fluctuations, it's even worse. Because I have a variation of like, you know, an hour is about 10 years. Wow, okay. Jeez. It still took 130 years. Yeah. I wouldn't mind using more of the geothermal. I think that's what they are. Like the geothermal generators. My biggest thing is the fluctuation between them is really bad. Granted, I could get an insane amount of power if I put a geothermal generator on every single geyser that I've found, which I'm not actually against. I've actually debated about making that like a huge part of my power grid. Sometimes that's all you need is just the you gotta cry it out for a little bit and then move on. Unfortunately, as unfortunate as to say that. I'll be honest, I do wish we were making these a bit faster, but I mean, I guess I could do like a whole splitter thing and split it in two, but I don't feel like I really need to, honestly. Yo, that's actually one reasons I'm like always hesitant to play this game with other people. Is just because like I know I set my factories up a certain way, and I'm like really worried that like as soon as I get comfortable with a factory, I'm gonna be like, hey, I changed this on your factory, and then I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna be like, what did you do? Actually, if you ever want to see a mess of a factory, my friend Liqueur, his factories are, it's like conveyor spaghetti that I don't understand and will never understand. Actually, his is so bad that like he built it before they start updating the game. So like the landscaping's changed over the time of the updates, so everything makes even less sense now. Yeah, I'm just gonna transfer these into a different storage container, so they're at kind of off to the side. I don't know why I have so much solid biomass. I literally only use it for my chainsaw, so yeah, I know what you're talking about. Somehow crazy enough, I know what you're just. If you get really close to the core, your camera will turn into complete static. That makes it that makes things difficult. Yeah, that's no fun. I don't I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay, I may have missed the message. What game is it? Just out of curiosity, because my curiosity is very piqued at this point. Actually, I don't know if I should. I don't know if I want to know. I don't need another factory builder that I'm gonna become addicted to. It's not good. Oh, thanks TikTok for. No, it's fine. I'm just kidding. It's I I have a couple story-driven games I would really like to check out. So I thought about like slowing down on my only Satisfactory streams. I'd like to incorporate like, you know, I would love to play through Expedition 33, and I've so many games I haven't played through. I've never played through Subnautica 1. Oh, okay. I think I don't know for sure. I may have heard of the game. I've heard of a lot of like industrialists. Interesting. I've actually heard of a few games that sound very similar to like that. Yeah, we're just gonna. I know it seems dumb or weird. Factorio was also one of the other things. I've always debated about playing it, but I'm honestly happy I went with Satisfactory instead. I think that not to like hate on anything to do with like Factorio. I think it'd be a very difficult jump for me. I like being able to visualize everything through first person, and that's like the opposite of what Factorio is. I was so hyped to do that nuclear update. Yeah, I have a couple cousins like that too. I'm really bad to stay in touch with some of my family. But then again, a lot of my family is nowhere near where I'm at, so it's like they're like hours and hours away, so it's kind of like, man. Watch the pollution. I don't know if you've heard of it or not. There's a game called Eco. Eco was a game that if I had a bigger group, Eco seemed like a really interesting game because it was like you. Yep. Oh god. The little spikes of. would I be crazy to turn off my like battery storage right now? I feel like it does affect my. You got MVP? Bullshit, I bet. That's crazy. Pretty sure once you get to the higher amount of profit loss, you lose about 93.76 value of all items. Hold on. I gotta check this out. That's actually insane. How did... Okay, I'm gonna say this in the most respectful way that I can. I bet that doesn't... It's not meant to come off offensive. How did you pull that off? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start storing stuff off to the side. You're sweating because you're mad at your teammates. That's a weird that way to... Oh, he's playing a game called The Finals. I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know it's like a shooter game. And he got MVP on his team. You're getting a real piano teacher. Congratulations. That is insane. I've actually... Okay, I'm gonna go back to playing mediocre. You've earned it. You've earned being able to play mediocre for a little bit. Wow, 28 years doing classical. Jeez. See, I actually Finland. I actually looked at crazy enough. I actually looked at getting a tutor or like a piano teacher, and yeah, I found out that there's literally only one like within an hour from where I live, and there, as you can imagine, they might be a little booked. So I'm like, So I was like, surely I can learn it by myself, right? I don't I don't live on an island. I live in the countryside though, that's for sure. That is definitely for sure. Well, in all fairness, it's a very rare thing for I think the area, so I wouldn't think it would be. Like I said, it's in the middle. It's pretty much in the middle of nowhere. See, the only one that is in my area is actually like the teacher that teaches from the school, or like that teach from the high school. I guess they do like lessons outside of class on like during free time. So like that's like the only... Man, I'm the anticipation's killing me. I want this done so much. Yeah, it's like a, yeah, I'm trying to think of how to word it. It's like, it's the music teacher. That that's pretty much all it is. Is it's like the music teacher at the local school is pretty much the piano teacher. That's like the only person nearby. Which means most people are kind of on their own. As much as weird as it is to say. Wait, what? Does TikTok have a character limit? It's so weird. Not to. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Hello. Welcome in. I'll be honest, I disagree with a lot of the way that TikTok sets up their stuff. It's kind of, they really kind of make it hard for people to enjoy using the app if it's like the way that they go about it. Yeah, so what I'll do is once this reaches 100, I'll just cut this conveyor belt and then I'll just run it into this storage container. I'll let these keep building. Have you seen Dr. Nowhere? I don't believe I have. Let me look it up. Since I got time. Because I'll be honest, I haven't used it. I really thought it was gonna be like my hero, but I find that I just end up with worse recipes, no matter how many times I re-rolled or anything like that. Oh, okay, I've actually seen what you're talking about, Vinland. I didn't know if I've seen him before. I just didn't know what the actual channel was called. All right, let's see. Those two, and then, oh my god, we're gonna be one short. Come on, please. I can't deal with this. The anticipation's killing me. Okay, just have to get past there. Cut that line right into here. My god, it's done. Phase 3 is done. Finally. I don't even have words to describe how happy I am about this being done.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress Presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 Project Part Shipment is finally ready for delivery.
Okay, what's next?
On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8 in the hub.
Aerial transportation, let's go.
Just go look at the technologies there yourself.
Okay.
It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues. Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting
Wait, what?
facts.
Nuclear pasta.
The average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput? Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity?
Trust me, I stay late at work. Don't even. My power storage is enough to prove that. Oh my god, it's beautiful. The fact that we're in nuclear power, just it's unbelievable. Would we add? Did we just add cosmetics?
Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above-average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation.
Okay, I was about to say, there's no way we just add cosmetics.
The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
Oh my god, I just looked at phase 4. Oh my god, I don't. Alright, whew. What, so I see that we need to make. Oh, we only get to unlock, like. Okay. Hazmat suit's definitely gonna be a huge one. So this is for aluminum. Wait. Oh, okay. Jeez. Nuclear pasta. I'm not gonna lie to everyone. I've heard of the nuclear pasta before, and it's, from my understanding, it's not good. It's bad. It's really this is what I'm looking forward to. Drone parts or drones. A turbo engine? That's a good question. Oh, it's just like a more beefy engine. Oh, Mark 3. God, seeing all this stuff makes me realize how absolutely broke I am. Absolutely broke. Yeah, these look oh, okay, I think I've seen these before. A new scale on the piano by myself. These go on like a, there's like resource like nodes on the ground, but you can't access. Yeah, you like can't really get to some of the stuff. Oh my god, that's gonna be amazing. I honestly don't know what to research first. I'm not even gonna lie to everyone. Should I research a hazmat suit first, or should I just jump into aluminum? Actually, what does it take to just jump into? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Nuclear might be a little. Actually, hold on. I wonder that I wonder that a lot too. Like how it even. I didn't know where it originated from even. Let's see. Let's see what we're looking at resource wise. I don't know if we have everything. We have 5 hard drives and like storage, but yeah, we don't have enough cooling systems. Dang, that sucks. If we had enough cooling systems, we could have just like skipped over everything and just jumped nuclear. Obviously, that's probably not what you should be doing at all, so that's not like good advice for an. So I'll probably just have to go through the phases and just. But these are done. Is the hover pack better? I'll be honest, I really don't know. 50 filters. Jesus. You know how long it's gonna take? I don't know. It's probably not actually gonna take that long. I think. Blends fluids or combines them with salt. Yeah, so this is the like later stuff. This is like I definitely need this stuff for the tier 8 drones. But I really do need the drones too. I have to have the radio control units from this phase. But if I get that set up, then that'll allow me to like essentially ship resources all the way across the world if I set it up correctly. Which means I can have factories anywhere and not have to stress. Because I mean, essentially, I've skipped over the train system. I probably should have went a train system, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, I think we'll just research hazmat stuff. So what? It takes casings. Okay, what am I missing? Fabric. Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, we're pretty much. I hate to say it, we're broke. We're like really broke. In that regard, where's my chainsaw? Oh, yeah, duh. Probably in the storage where I threw everything else I own. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the chainsaw and I guess start hunting mushrooms, I guess. Or mushroom hunting. That's what we're doing. That's what stage we're at in life. I need to find the closest cave that has them, so. Oh, I know where I can go. What we'll do is we'll run down to the Sam cave. I think there's mushrooms all along the. Maybe. I said there's mushrooms all over the place. Are they gone? I know I've came over here and collected mushrooms from here before. I guess I just assumed that I would be fine and not run out. Yeah, there's no mushrooms here. Well, that sucks. Slot penicillin. I don't know. I guess we're gonna go search for another cave. I really don't know. I don't got much idea as far as why that's I wonder if there's a way to make like the mycelia or whatever the mycelia or like the mushrooms that were. It'd be nice to just bypass having to go collect mushrooms in general. It's gonna take so much. Oh, sick. I was thinking there was a cave over here. I'd say I could really use this thing to pick up. Okay. Yeah, this is like a... How much does it take for a piece of fabric? 1 per... I need 50. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll just go cut down some trees, turn into biomass, and then we should be good. I wish there was a way to take solid biomass and then turn it back into like, you know, normal biomass. I know it's kind of counterintuitive to undo it, but it'd be kind of nice. I just want the hazmat suit so I can go exploring some of the areas that are like really annoying to get to. All right. Wow. Okay, cool. Hopefully we hope we got enough. We're literally we're 3 short. Finn, do you play mini games? I mean, obviously you play. I know personally I know you're into classical music and stuff, so therefore it's like I honestly I listened to part of the soundtrack of Expedition 33, and it's literally actually part of the reason I want to play it as bad as I do. Ooh, we don't got coal. Have you ever oh, I was asking, you play many like games, like what kind of games do you play? Oh, because I was talking about like I don't know if you've heard of it or not, Expedition 33. It's pretty popular, and but I know they like, it's like opera and classical and kind of like, it's very well done. That's I actually so like I listened to the soundtrack of the game. I own the game. I listened to the soundtrack for some reason before I've even played the game. But of course I don't know any French. So therefore it doesn't help my case at all. Everyone ignore my very out of date. Jesus. It's just not good. Dude, do you mind? Come on. Come on, making me get my gun out and everything. I don't even remember what tier these are. These might be like an early, like tier 1 or 2. Not even gonna lie about it. So okay, now I'm curious because I had a tier 4 belt right here, but I didn't anywhere else on this whole thing. Now I don't know how that works, but no, like I said, I usually don't go for anything classical, but I don't know. There's something about the way that the game music was done or the soundtrack was made that like it just scratches an itch in my brain that I didn't know I had. So it definitely makes me curious what I've been missing out on. Man, have I neglected this whole area? It really feels like I have, because like these are Mark IIs. Why am I? Oh yeah, that's a Mark One. I remember these days. I can. It's bad when I can tell what tier conveyor belt is based off of the flat. It's from flashbacks. That's the problem. It's flashbacks of all the awful time I had with slow conveyor belts. All right, look at that. We're actually moving coal at a somewhat stable rate. See, this was before I started doing yeah. This was like before I started doing like the whole like every single corner needed to have like a splitter or whatever on it. Which granted cleans up things a ton by doing it that way. But I definitely went about kind of a balanced system too. Let's see, how much coal do I need? I have come a long way. It's been, I mean, I'll be honest, I never expected to make it to phase 4. I figured I know it sounds bad, I assumed I would burn out before then. Which is why I want to start implementing like not just Satisfactory, just so I don't have that fear of like burning out from only playing the same game over and over and over again. Because I think we're about to pass, I'm about to pass 400 hours of playtime. I think, not on this world in particular, but I think in total. I'm trying to think of where fabric, that's what it was. Yeah, and filter. So it takes 4 per. And these things are expensive. Okay, so I need like 200, right? Oh, we're gonna have to do it this way, aren't we? No, it's fine. We haven't done any like handwork manually. We haven't done any manual labor in a long time, so I can live with this. I'm not sure I want to live with it though. It's pretty bad. I'm not actively enjoying it. Going back to like manually mining stuff really it's pretty rough. Is everyone having fun? I'm having fun. You know it's bad when like I see stuff on the phase 4 completion tier list that I don't even know its name or what it would even be called. My biggest thing and my biggest complaint about the game overall, and it's not really that big of a complaint, I guess, is I guess I liked when the game kept, I know it's not supposed to be realistic. I guess I liked when it kept like in the realm of like realism a bit. Some of this, it gets more like, the more futuristic it gets, the more outlandish it gets, and the more I feel like, the more like outrageous I feel like it seems. I it's like a weird gripe. Yeah, it's like one of those like, it is supposed to be based in the future. I do get that, But I guess I've liked actually working with materials that I know actually exist and items I know exist in real life as well. To move to like, oh yeah, you know, it's you know, working on the nuclear pasta. It's like, all right, no idea what that is. Or like what is it? I know they get just crazy with some of the. I don't know what percentage we're at in the game actually. So essentially, from my understanding, there's 5 phases in total. Granted, they could add more in the 1.2 update, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit worried about when they update it because I worried about how the world's gonna react to the stuff that we've already done. So I have like world backups and stuff like that just in case. Go for it, Vinland. You can be brutally honest. I probably need to hear it. Oh, you're fine. Oh, it's fine. I it's a talent. It's a talent that I have, Vinland. It's an ability to keep flapping to no one. Yeah, you learn it's a skill. It's a very questionable skill, but it is indeed a skill. Yeah. No, you're not wrong. No, I got a lot of people lurking, which is cool. I don't know. You get used to it. Uh, when I first started streaming, that was one of the hardest hurdles for me to actually get over. Was the no one actually being here thing. I reached a point where I kind of got used to it, and I'm kind of like I kind of just go with the flow. I talk about what I'm doing, what my thought process is, what my plans are, stuff like that. Oh, you're fine. But anyone, I mean, obviously, if you're lurking, anyone lurking, I appreciate you as well. You guys are real ones. I never call out lurkers by name, so it's kind of like a. All right, let's go here. Oh, that's right. I need to turn it into biomass. Nice. One step closer, guys. One step closer. All right. So that is done. We can launch that. Boom.
Milestone reached. The hazmat suit protects the wearer from radiation.
Oh, come on. That's a really mean recipe.
Find this protection essential if you are going to finally get around to saving humanity.
Oh.
Obviously gave you
Oh.
in an attempt to inspire you, but it might have given you the wrong idea. I will definitely be totally honest with you from this moment on.
Okay.
Here is a demonstration of a truthful compliment. That suit looks like it was made for you. Because it was.
All right, I guess we'll start working towards that. Man, that's a lot of fabric. Whatever, we'll roll with it. Okay, so we're at 29, so what? Yeah, 11. Not bad. I can live with it. Yeah, so I think that's what we'll do. I'll go chop down some trees in order to get enough bio. I at least want to build the hazmat suit. We may not build a bunch of filters. Actually, I wonder if the filters work with gas, like the normal gas as well. That'd be pretty huge. If they're like dual purpose, I don't have to make a gas mask filter. I would like that a lot. Oh yeah, I forgot I have these summer soup, don't I? Yeah, we don't need these summer soup anymore. We're way past that point. If you see me grabbing summer sloops out of machines, it's because I've essentially, when I was working on my power, my like power storage, I had all the machines I would really like desperately need to be producing more resources kind of amped up a bit. That way I could just speed up the process in general. Yeah, we'll just keep making fabric. It's fun. We need all of it anyway, so. So, oh, by the way, the only thing I can say for sure is I probably will not be live Wednesday night. That's the only day that I can think of off the top of my head. Of course, streams are kind of like all over anyway, kind of whenever I jump into it. All right, one hazmat suit done. So hopefully we never have to build another. All right. Nice. Like I said, I can't tell you yay or nay on whether or not this actually protects me from gas as well. So yeah, we're just gonna build them and hope for the best. It's whatever. But it'll allow me to do a bit more exploring, which will be really nice. Because I've been pretty limited on exploring because, well, I mean, no offense, there's literally uranium everywhere. I mean, it's like all over the world. So I've had to keep my exploring to a minimum. But we got one piece of the puzzle down, so can't complain. Okay, I do have a storage for rubber, so I can for sure research this. Computer. I forgot I only brought over exactly how many computers I need. That's fine. We'll just run over and grab some. Once we get drones, this stupid little vehicle road, it's gone. Never happening again. I will never do it again. I didn't like doing it that time, so yeah, I like that. Cool. I do wonder a lot about the hover pack, so it may be something we look into. I'm gonna have to see, I'll be honest. Okay, yeah, I'm not even messing with it if it's gonna be like that. I have power right over here, it's just so annoying to deal with. I have hard drives in my storage, I can just use those if I need them. They don't count. That's awesome. I would think a filter that's supposed to filter out radiation would be able to filter out some gas too, but apparently not. Actually, we'll loop back around here. Grab some motors. Assuming that they're still being... Yes, they're still being made. Okay. We didn't grab rubber, did we? I don't think we did. That's fine. Okay, so I need 100 of these things. Alright, rubber's it. I should have grabbed it while I was over there. It was technically same area, but different plant, I guess. Because I stopped at that one, and I need to go this one. Yeah, because I have storage set up for it. Man, did I do a dimensional depot? I did. Wow. I'll be honest, I don't actually remember setting up a dimensional depot for that stuff. Beats me. It's gonna drive off. I'm really waiting for 1.2. 1.2 is gonna be like, it's gonna be a savior. No more vehicles acting dumb and just driving off the side of the building for no reason. I'm not gonna hate the vehicle because he's out there doing his best. It's just not great. Yeah, I'm gonna eventually have to run power over here. Oh, it's just basic ones. I was over here worried for nothing. Oh, that's wow. Yeah, wowza. Dude, I really don't want beef with you. I really don't. They're by far the most annoying creature in the whole world. Watch, she's gonna throw a rock at me. Maybe. If he gets over there in time. Yep, there it is. Jesus. The accuracy is crazy. I don't even think my rifle is that accurate. There may be a problem with that. Yeah, I should probably go and make more filters for my gas mask since I have a bunch of filters for my hazmat suit now. I still don't understand how they don't correlate with one another, but whatever. So I don't know, it's just very odd. It's like one's completely like an extreme of the other.
Milestone reached. Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a multi-step process. Considering your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges. If it helps, many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed.
That's his motivation. Does it really unlock anything? Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. Is there anything near here? Or is it like across the map type material? I feel like it is. I feel like it'd be rare. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Pure though. Impure, normal. The pure, that's not bad. How you said it's getting it over to where I need it. That's gonna be the biggest thing. Two channels. Oh, you're talking about my VOD's channel? Oh, excuse me. Oh, like the VODs. I have a VOD's channel. I have this channel, a VOD's channel. That's pretty much it. I kind of got shafted on YouTube because I really couldn't get the normal name. Actually, I couldn't get the normal name that went across the board. So I always have to like change it to something stupid that I didn't really care for. So something studios on. Really, I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't. So I have this one, and I have God, it's I think it's literally just called Cokey's VODs or whatever, Cokey VODs or whatever. I never uploaded my VODs channel because I found that stream on my main channel, so it feels weird to upload VODs to another channel, you know. I had to get coal. That's really what I desperately need to go do. Also, I feel like I don't say enough. Yeah, my most social medias consider my name drug related, so that's why I have it set up the way that I do. Which I know it sounds really stupid, because it is very stupid. You literally can't make the crap up. Yeah, that'll be fun. Maybe a bit low on resources for a second or two, but yeah, I'll be honest, I need to upload to YouTube and TikTok a bit more than I do. Really? It's kind of wild. Stripe Studio. Was it just like a random like suggestion, or I'm always curious how people find my channel, because it is a very off the wall kind of name and everything. Which, like I said, I want it to be, I know, I want it to be Cokey. Cokey. That was the whole name, wrapped up in a bow. That was gonna be it. And I got told that it was drug related, so therefore I couldn't have the name. I'm like, awesome. That is the biggest stretch I've ever heard in my life. How many more? I'm trying to think of how many more leaves I need. Actually, let's see how many filters I can pull off. No, fabric. I really need an automation system for this. Doing this by hand kinda sucks. Just a little bit. I definitely think it'd be cool to be like a big like person in the Satisfactory community, but like I feel like I don't do unique stuff, so therefore it's not like I'm doing challenges or anything like that. It's kind of just do my own thing. The closest thing to a challenge I've done is my power bank, which most wouldn't consider that really a challenge. It's if you have the equipment set up or like the factories and everything set up, it's really not that big of a. Let me equip my food, because I think we might be taking damage on this one. Maybe. No, we might be good. Okay, well, we're dropping a few frames here and there. I wish I would have came up with a unique way to store all of these, but I still like maintaining this still like massive amount that I did. Also, this whole platform is literally just for show. I don't think it actually literally does anything. I don't even think you can turn on and off the whole battery system. It's like, I'm pretty sure once it's hooked up to like power in any form or fashion, it's on permanently. All right, let's see what the charge rate's at. 9% isn't bad. Like, that's a really good charge rate. I know that sounds stupid, but I mean, this was at 400 hours earlier, so it's a faster charge rate than it was, so I'll take it. It's nice because I know that I'm gonna be like doing stuff to where the power is gonna fluctuate a lot. Actually, even just if I were to turn off my machines and have to turn them all back on, I'd blow the power grid. I don't produce enough energy to support it. My God, what am I doing? Oh, okay, never mind. Right, wrong. Okay. Oof. I read that way differently. So yeah, see, we're only consuming about 2,000. We're making roughly 7,000. We could be making even more if I did like geyser stuff or like geothermal. Maybe that's what I should do. I should throw on a couple geothermals and go see what's all about. I have one set up. I know they're like 200 megawatt base, but for them literally just being hooked up to nothing more than just the power line, it's kind of nice. All right. Cool. Actually, let me check. I may be able to. There may be a pure one around here. There's no way. That's crazy. What are the chances of me saying that and there being one right next to me? Oh. Too easy. We'll grab these. We'll get one of these up. I like them. I think they're unique. See, now we should be like even. We should be like having more produced even faster. Let me check, make sure. Yep. Normal. Normal ones are alright. I don't think they're nearly as good as. What I'll do is I'll just go grab enough high-speed connectors and we'll just put 2 on each normal one. Then I'll run the power line down. Actually, I may not even have to run it that far. It really doesn't look like it's super far off from where we're at right now. Yeah, roughly for like 400. Not bad. Oh, it's literally right next to. We get in some odd situations, but really we have really benefited from kind of the setup we've like placed everything at. I think it was over here. Oh, it's up. Okay, cool. Like I said, most people will never use the geothermal generators, and I really do. I don't understand why people wouldn't want to use them. I like it because it's just that extra bit of power that I really don't need right this second, but like over time it will become very useful to have. And this is oh, okay. It's at one of these ponds. I know where it's at now. Alright, we'll just run it. Keep running this over here. Boom. Yeah, see, we've already upped our charge rate. Man, that would be really good for later game. It's like I said, 200 megawatts isn't a lot. I'm not gonna pretend like it is, but I mean, the way that I keep adding them here and there, I mean, it'll add up. It's because what if I place 5, then I would literally be adding 1,000 power minimum to my power grid. And if I'm using the batteries and everything, then I mean, essentially I'm charging those. All right. Now head back to main base. Because we should be good. I'm still actively deciding where to build certain things at in the world. Obviously, it's I want to do it right. I want to like half-ass it, you know. feel weird not doing it properly. I thought about actually taking the middle of the map and making that a mega factory, kind of. Maybe even elevating it a bit, so that way it's I don't have to worry about like being restricted by like ground or like the terrain level surface issues. If I built a big enough platform, and I'd probably do like structured legs or something like that, act like it's being actually like built like it properly should be. All right. Screw it, why not? Casings, we have, yeah, we got plenty of those. Aluminum. Yep. All right, cool. I had to go grab computers and plastics. No, no, oh, I missed. Okay, I can save this. Maybe. I forgot to swap the direction of my hypertube can. Yeah, we got this. It's fine. We won't get over there as fast, that's for sure. Is that a wreck? I think it is. Have I not been over here? Yeah, it is a wreck. This has to be like an early game wreck too, surely. Don't throw a rock at me, dude. Just let me grab the stuff. I'll be out of here in a second. Okay, cool. I think I'll have enough plastics for it. We are kind of burning through plastic, so eventually I might have to come up with a solution for that. Even if it's just setting up a refinery to... Actually, I don't know if I can. I'd be willing to set up a refinery just to trash stuff. I don't really want anything from the anything to be made from the refinery. I just want the plastics. Love to see all the machines being idled. Okay. Alright, let's get to it. Right now, I'm not setting up anything, and to explain why. Essentially, I'm going to research as many things as I possibly can with the resources I have available, so that way I can kind of just go back and, you know, tweak stuff as needed. Because I may be able to unlock something that may eliminate something else, so it'd be kind of nice. Honestly, I should probably shut off my concrete factory because there's really no point in running. Even if it's idle, I'm really not using that much concrete. That in the stockpile that I have, kind of pointless. Then it's like, oh no, I need concrete. I can just turn on my concrete factory that makes 400 and something per minute. You know, feels like it's one of those things where it should be on like the least of my priority list. All right, I think we'll boom.
Milestone reached. Several parts more efficient and powerful than the human.
So far, we've been kind of killing it.
To compensate for many deficiencies otherwise encountered in future development efforts.
Let's see how many sheets do I have? Aluminum.
Most importantly, project part number 6, the assembly director system.
Okay, I think I'll have enough to. I think I'll have enough to complete at least tier 7. And then we'll get into tier 8. And then that's once I start getting into tier 8, I don't think I can research a lot of this stuff until I actually like completely do or set up tier 7 in its entirety. So yeah, I think once we reach that point, that's when we'll, after this is done, that's when, hey, what's up, Game Zone? Nothing much. We're close to nuclear power in the game. We are close to being able to finish up this little tier right here, and that's when we get into like nuclear power, which makes me nervous. I'm hoping it's not as bad as I'm thinking it will be. I hate batteries. I'll never make them again. Are batteries that bad to make? that doesn't make me feel great. I'm not gonna lie. So the fair question is, what are all the different uses for the batteries? Because finicky. That sucks here actually. I'm trying to think because I had an idea. Worst case scenario, Chernobyl reenacted. No, we're professionals, so it won't end up that bad. Is turbo fuel a better alternative for drones? And granted, like I said, I've heard of drones before, and the biggest thing that I've seen is like, I've heard like, you know, turbo fuel, or some people were saying like it's like there's like spent like fuel rods almost, like, yeah, plutonium fuel rods. I've heard people like using, I like I said, I don't know which way exactly it was. It was like one of the fuel rod type things for the fueling for the drone. I mean, you kind of got me. Man, it takes 11 minutes for this thing to get back down here. Yeah, right, I guess I can gather the resources since I'm gonna be waiting anyway. Wait, can I? Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think I can put any resources together while I'm waiting. I really want to beat the game. That's like my dream goal, is to beat the game entirely. I don't know if it's ever gonna really happen. It's gonna be one of those things. I'll find out pretty quick. Industrial. Okay, there's 400 of those. But I'll be honest, I've heard a lot about the nuclear pasta too. Yeah. So I'll have to go and since before you got here, we built a hazmat suit. So wherever it's at. Now it's probably not gonna show up now. Yeah, there it is. So, and we have these filters that allow us to get close to the uranium. So we can like place like Mark II mine and Mark III, and therefore, you know, I can start like, I'm on the fence on how I'm gonna set up the nuclear reactors and stuff. I genuinely thought about like having just one area and having all of the uranium be shipped to that area, or like a large quantity of uranium being brought to that area. But it's kind of one of those on the fence type situations. Pasta. Is it not that bad? I I don't know if prepare is the right word. I'm willing to test out to see how it goes, but I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be fully prepared. It makes me nervous. I do worry that it's gonna be a bad situation. But I'm hoping I can kind of figure it out as I go. What's up, Vinland? Welcome back. Welcome back. I daily work with those. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah. You can play how what instruments can you play two instruments on? Oh my god, strings and piano on your keyboard. But yeah, ouch. The game lagged so bad I couldn't even catch myself with the. So yeah, game zone. Essentially, I've been offline and not streaming, and I just when I go over here, the title will make more sense. I built a power storage. Last time I streamed, or I did like the showcase of it, because it was like 420,000 watts of power storage. Well, when I ended stream, I was like, I want to push myself to do something better than just, yeah, with the 4,225 batteries. Well, we are, we have blown past that to the point where I add a second story, and now there are 10,000 battery storages throughout this factory, which means that I have 1 million. I have the ability to store 1 million megawatts of power. Still way too excessive. Finland, I promise the breakers are fine. They're gonna hold out for me. I mean, really, I say it's slow, but like, it's really not that bad. Yeah. But yeah, that was essentially a project I wanted to do. I know it seems, yes, indeed. I know it does seem like a very stupid project, and it was one of those projects that, like, I've rarely, I feel like during streams and building certain things in the game, I've never pushed myself to really. I've done like the bare basics when it comes to some of my factories. I'm like, it wasn't super bad to start placing them, so I'm like, okay, I could, maybe this is like the maybe this is like the starter drug that gets me to like actually putting more effort into some of my stuff. I'm like, it's way too much. I actually looked it up. Most people only need like a couple hundred megawatts to beat the game. Depends on how you optimize stuff. So therefore, like, I'm already like past the what? Oh, the people. The fact that you can beat the game with a couple hundred or not a couple hundred. Usually, I can't remember what the normal amount of power used was for a playthrough. It wasn't an ungodly amount, actually. It was a pretty small amount compared to what I would assume it would be. So, but remember, that's just battery storage. That's not actually power. I mean, it is and it isn't power, you know, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, I mean, if I use that battery bank, I still have to charge it again, you know. I never did the math on it, actually. Maybe that's what I should do. I'm trying to remember what the button is. Oh god. Weird lag spike. Parachute time. Oh. I'm sure the trees are meant to be glitchy like that. Okay. Cool. It was just the visual. Let me get up here. I'm trying to remember what the key is. It like pulls up. Oh, there it is. Okay. So essentially, we have 1 million power, right? So let's say I use 8,000 megawatts of power. That power grid or that battery bank, if it was fully charged, would be able to support my whole entire like game, everything, for 125 hours of real lifetime. No, the reactors will definitely probably not be enough to charge it. I'll be honest, the only thing that's going to charge is just time. I think when I looked at it, it's going to take like 200 hours to charge, which it was at 400 hours earlier, so I'll take any win that I can get at this point. 200 hours is not good, but I mean it's better than it's a lot better than 400. But of course 400 is based off of my current power system. That's me not changing anything, not adding more power or anything like that. Yeah, it's weird to describe. It's because I'm trying to think of, I think it's because it's not really stable per se. Like the power that I'm producing right now isn't really considered stable, because some of my stuff comes from they're called geothermal generators, which means they fluctuate a lot in power. They produce 200 to 700 watts or megawatts. It kind of depends on what node it's on. If it's on a pure node, it'll produce in between those numbers. If it's on a normal one, it won't produce nearly as much. But yeah, it does seem odd that it would take that long to charge. I think it won't take that long to charge. I think it's just I don't have a good reading, because if my power fluctuates back and forth, the number of how long it takes to charge does as well. See, now we're at 160 hours to charge. It all depends on my power fluctuations. But actually, technically right now, I would only use this number, so what was it again? I'm trying to remember what button it was. I just had it. You're gonna see me go through every single button in existence. There it is. Okay. Actually, technically speaking, I did 8,000 based off of my max consumption, which I never reach my max consumption. I sit at 2,500 all day long. So roughly I set like 2,500 max hour consumption. So yeah, if I set that, then 400 hours. So like what, 16, almost 17 days, I think, of it in real lifetime to not have to really do anything. I always I use the biggest number just in case. So this number is huge. This is what it would take to power up all my machines at one time if they were shut down. As you can see, I don't actually produce that much. So therefore, if all my machines shut down, I can't reignite all my machines to start working again, because I don't have that much power. Essentially, that's what the battery bank's for. Is it will provide enough leeway where, well, I mean, okay, I have 8,000. I need almost 10,000. it can just steal like 2,000. Yeah, exactly. It can steal like 2,000 from the batteries to just light off my factory.
Milestone reached.
Which,
Fitbit dedicated this milestone to the conveyor belt
ooh.
aircraft Mark V. They may be implying that your factory could be further optimized. While they are correct, I believe they are setting unreasonable expectations. Having all of humanity very definitely relying on your work is a lot of.
Oh, were you? He's an interesting guy. He was here. He was actually here earlier. Man, got sunburn. Yeah, in all fairness, he's outside a lot. So I guess it kind of makes sense. Every time I talk to him, he's always fishing. So like non-stop, which is based. I mean, I support it. It's just it's like every time I talk to him, he's always like sunburned or he's like actively in the middle of fishing. It's like, all right, I'm gonna grab these aluminum sheets. Yeah, he like travels. Well, I can't remember what he said his goal was. He wants to like travel and be able to fish and play like places. It was tough to make him talk. Mm. But it's very odd. You, God, I'm gonna sound like such a jerk. Usually you usually can't get the guy shut up. Love him to death. He's like I said, he's a character. Now, like I said, there's no telling. He could be having an off day. All right. So what we just need 100 computers, and we should be good. What's up? Welcome in. I know at one point I bet was struggling with getting like chat on screen as well, so I don't know if that issue ever got resolved. So yeah, we're just run over here and grab the computers. We still gotta wait like a minute or something till our thing comes back. I'll be honest, I yeah, I need to get with him and figure out a solution for that. I told him I would help him with it. I just never heard anything from him. Because there are solutions to that issue. I know there for a while he's using like his like phone to do chat and everything like that, which is good. It's a good option. I don't know if he ever got a new phone actually. Brother sent me a picture of his phone, and his phone screen was like absolutely just demolished. To the point where like he was still like actively on Twitch trying to type in chats too and to visit everything, and like all you see is like a half of his screen is actually like where you can see it. I bet. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Woo. Woo indeed. That is like that is a redemption you just did, right? Okay, good. Huh? Oh no, he's resubscribed on Twitch. I don't know where. I bet. Are you here? I assume he's here. Okay, I was about to say, there's no way you're not. I wasn't sure because I saw the notification the other day, but I was like, I hope it gives him his like message and stuff. What's up? I bet. How's your finals going? It's so weird to see you playing a shooter. I don't know. It's just how much you talked about how much you didn't like this like shooter games, and it's like so weird to hear you be like, I got MVP. I know, like I remember you going on like a rant about like how much you just don't care for like FPSs, which is it's a fair critique. A lot of them are pretty much exactly the same. You still admittedly don't. I don't know. It seems like you're turning into a true believer, man. Next thing I know, I'm gonna see you on the TV screen. You're gonna be at one of those like national tournaments. God, I saw this thing, and of course I don't play. What is it? I don't play like I don't play Valorant or League or anything like that. But I saw like the whole thing where uh I typed in Abbott Twitch yesterday. It asked to verify something. I'm trying to think. Every user's different on their verification that you can have for chat. Some it's like, okay, we want you to have a Twitch account this many weeks old, or it's like verified email or two-factor authentication, something like that. Oh yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, that'd probably be why. I think even mine's set to stuff like that. I think by default, the reason that most people have it set like that is because most if you get view botted by on Twitch, essentially that will be the first thing. Is it's like, okay, yeah, it's like that's like the first thing that you run into is accounts will be created the first day or like one day, and then they'll flood your channel, and then it's like, yeah, I was about to ask. I'll be honest, I feel weird about it, but like I've actually thought about streaming earlier too. Some, no, not like all the time, but I'm okay. This is gonna sound like an insane. So I have a sleep schedule, right? I know, crazy. Uh, I have a sleep schedule to where I bet I actually do now. So of course, I'm already actually past my sleep schedule right now. Uh, but like 9 o'clock's my cutoff. Like 9 p.m. is my cutoff, and I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, and then I'm up all day, and then I kind of just repeat the process. It's a really weird thing to wake up at 3:30 in the morning because it's yeah, it's like you really don't know what to do at 3:30 in the morning. It's like, yeah, he keeps switching back and forth. Maybe you're onto something there. Maybe you're onto something there, I bet. God, we are killing it though. Look at how far we are. We just finished tier 7. So we have this to finish. The reason and most people that have been here during my streams, you've seen that I've procrastinated on finishing phase 3. The reason is from my knowledge, most people described once they completed phase 3, it was kind of a downhill. A lot of people felt like the requirements weren't really that much, so it wasn't like anything over the top. It was just more like waiting around for stuff to get completed. And so most people said like the general like consensus was to enjoy your time on phase 3 as much as you possibly could. Ooh, you're not a lot of people do. True. I feel like we flew through the game a lot. Whoa, that's weird. Oh my god, that's really trippy. This is cool as shit though. I didn't know this thing existed, and my god, this is cool. I like this. Does it even use any fuel or anything? I'm not actually sure if it does. I don't. Oh, okay, that's how I go down. Hmm. 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 I can do that as a mumbo jump. God, I haven't seen a mumbo jumbo video in a long time. Actually, no, it hasn't been as long as I think. I watched one for when we were like playing the server because I thought maybe like having some knowledge of like how certain things work might help me, but yeah, it did not. His knowledge is past mine. Oh, what's this bull? What the hell is this? Why? Why is it like that? I'm sorry to hear that, Game Zone. I hope to see you next time. If I don't see you here, I'll probably see you in iBet stream. Absolutely. Man, I'll be honest, I didn't really I didn't expect to make this much progress today. So I'm kind of lost on things to do. I know that sounds bad. I know that sounds bad. I was actively talking about how I need to implement some other games besides Satisfactory. I have a couple games here and there that I would really love to check out. Oh yeah, how's Subnautica going? I keep seeing you launch it and play it. Coastal Submarine, yo, nice. I have some interest in the game, just not enough to I think make the big difference. Not enough to be like I'm definitely playing. Like I said, I own the first one. Hell yeah, dude. Now you think I'm playing Satisfactory? that's been how I've survived, man. You just wait till the game tells you what to do. That's pretty much all I've been doing this whole game. But yeah, yeah, Vinland. Yeah. Turn into a gamer. How does it feel? Probably not good. I can. Was it good, Vinland, or cry in a bad way? What do you mean you feel weak? I bet. Actually, not even just I bet. I
I've noticed you keep coming back. I'm not sure I can give you what.
you makes me feel like I want to go scalp Pokemon cards. Base, dude. Let me know how it goes. That's the classic gamer thing to do, you know. Yeah, I'll be honest. Go buy someone's bathwater. God damn it. Yes, you did, Vinland. You right. You absolutely right. I'm gonna be honest, crazy enough, I thought about taking a taking a page out of LaCour's playbook. I can't. They talking shit. They asked if they read your message right about you buying someone's bathwater. Don't talk to Bat. Okay. Be careful. He'll come in TikTok chat too. He's already been jumping back and forth between YouTube and Twitch. I have no I have no I have no doubt he'll hop in TikTok chat too. Never go to the dark side. I thought I know it sounds lazy. I thought about taking a Playav Lacour's book. I don't know, maybe. I have this series that I on YouTube that I really wouldn't mind watching. But it feels weird to watch it kind of doing my own thing. But I don't know, I feel weird reacting to stuff on stream. It feels really odd and it feels unnatural almost. Yeah, apparently to IBAT, TikTok's the the dark side. He got you there. Used to make TikToks. I I haven't made a TikTok in a bit. Last TikTok, most of my TikToks have just been like text on like the screen with like whatever sound bite goes behind it automatically. And it's just me talking about, no, I'm not streaming tonight. I'm working on this. I didn't tell anyone about the power plant thing because I'm like, I don't want people to know that I'm working on a 1,000,000 megawatt power plant. I want it to be a surprise. I'm like, it kind of ruins the surprise if I actively tell people about it. But yeah, what's up then? Doofenshmirtz. Calling me Doofenshmirtz. Crazy enough, I know the what are you on about? That Doofenshmirtz. Started to make about 10ish. Power by itself. Yeah, I never understood the him hating platypus thing. I was an avid watcher of the show too. If I say anything about I bet he'll skin me alive because he's in the cartel. You might be onto something there. I bet. Are you an active member of the cartel? Finland said that they can't talk bad because you're an active member of the cartel. You just work here. Yeah, I can't decide if I want an arc like Liqueur or not of reaction stuff. I feel, like I said, I feel really weird reacting to actual content that's made that's literally not my own. I remember seeing like an advertisement for a series that was like I can't remember what it was even. I remember it was like a group of YouTubers that spent like $1 million on the project or whatever. It's supposed to be like a series, so I would have to research exactly what it is. I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. It was something that like they post on YouTube, so I was like actively like, do I want to watch on stream? I'll look it up. I'm sure it's something that's obvious. Oh, that's what it was. There's this YouTube channel, and it's like it's called The Boys. Granted, it's kind of I'm not gonna act like it's super vulgar, but there's some language that's nothing like super cancelable. Everyone knows The Boys. I'm not talking about the TV show either. It's actually like a YouTube. It's like actually like a YouTube group, essentially. They did like it was supposed to be like a haunted series. That looked really sick. Oh, okay. God, the worst part is I like their earlier stuff, man. You're so good. Of course, I say vulgar. It's really not. It's really not that bad. Do you see the? Do you know what I'm talking about? Then I bet they they they, they stopped doing the VR stuff, or like, yeah. I mean, I know who. Sometimes I like to cover myself in butter and roll around it. I'm sorry, what, Finland? Sometimes I like to cover myself in butter and roll around in flour and pretend like I'm bread. That is a crazy message. But yeah, I bet they did like the whole like trip of terror type thing where it's like they go to like it was like a series where they do like scary videos or whatever. It seemed interesting. It also feels very lazy to like want to react to a series just because I'm like, I should react to that on stream. I can confirm that that's a very high probability villain. There's a decent chance. Oh, you're good, I bet. Hey, I'm just saying. The comment was already made, so. Look, it's not, most people don't react. Most people don't say yummy, so. That's why I'm. Man, it feels so weird. I started streaming so early compared to what I usually do. I can still hear you. I'm in just another room. Oh shit. My yummy. I don't know. I bet, you know, we talked about the boys, like the VR stuff being cancelable. I just don't know if it would be or not. I feel like with stuff like that, like, obviously if you do something cancelable or like make a edgy joke, the worst thing you can do is stop making content or like stop doing stuff after that joke. Because like there's literally hate crowds for literally anything you do. I swear if you breathe the wrong way nowadays, people just will be outside with a pitchfork. I don't know. The whole cancel thing is just yeah, I mean it's, I hate to say it, cancel culture's so real. I'm and I know, I do know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that just like I don't know. It's, they're just like, even the basic like words, certain words just trigger them to the point where it's like pitchfork time. And I don't care much for that or what's turned into. I It's one thing to banter amongst friends. It's another thing entirely to be like purposely try to insult or like hurt another person with your words, you know? There's a big difference. I feel like that's got lost a lot. You know, I shit talk all the time to my friends. How much white table salt do I specifically have? How much do you need? I can try to hook you up, man. I'll do my best, man. I'll do my best, brother. Of course, my in cans of Morton salt. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I will say the biggest downside about reacting to anything that's like has edgier language or anything like that is TikTok doesn't like that stuff at all. I'm trying to think of how to describe a situation without immediately saying the situation. So, for example, TikTok, prime example. I have a good friend that she was streaming on TikTok. Hey, I appreciate you first. I appreciate the subscription. Jesus, I fumbled that hard. Okay, stream elements just isn't doing anything else. That's cool. Thanks, stream elements. Yeah, one of those things. I had a good friend. She was streaming on TikTok, and there was someone brought up. There's a certain date in American history that may be in September, and you know, they were literally cracking a joke of a individual person, not even at the event, and TikTok like swatted them down, banned them for a week. It was like the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, okay, like why? Was safe to make a AI limiter again? No, it wasn't about that, but that's a really funny one. Uh, it. I'm not even kidding. It was literally mentioned about that it was something 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 inside job. It was a that was the joke. That was the whole bit. Yeah, it was better when the Chinese owned it. You're not wrong. And literally the statement of saying it was an inside job was enough for TikTok to just ban them for a week. I'm like, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. And so that makes me like, I have to like be paranoid about essentially everything that I show or everything that I do on TikTok. It's like, oh great, they're always watching now. Yeah, you're right though. TikTok was definitely better when they owned it. Nah, you gotta be careful. They ain't gonna do nothing. But before I get like really bantering too hard, I'm gonna actively say I'm gonna actively make a statement saying that I'm not suicidal. So if I disappear randomly from bantering too hard about TikTok and I disappear, then have I ever eaten charcoal expecting to extract calories from it? No, I feel like I I can't necessarily say that I have. Now I may have tasted charcoal at one point, not intentionally, probably. I was a stupid kid. That's all I gotta say. That statement in general should explain it. There wasn't much going up top in the old brain department, so therefore. But yeah, like I said, it might be something that we look at. If I do decide to do like a reaction to the whole like the series, uh, what I may do is like Finland. I may like do a stream before then, let you know or like let everyone know that's on TikTok or something like that. Just for the sole reason, hey, I may not be on TikTok that day because I'll be on everything else because TikTok's just God, I don't want to say it. TikTok. Snowflakes. Snowflakes. That's all I got. Well, of course I said your name first. You're like always here. Is owned by yeah, yeah. I don't know when it surprised me if it was. But yeah, like I said, I know there's I don't know. I say there's vulgar language. There's I don't know. I'm one of those people that I I'm so desensitized to everything in general that language really doesn't offend me or I'm kind of numb to it. So therefore I don't take a lot of offense to a lot of things, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but kind of one of those. Eating raw flour. Can't say I've done that one either. Am I desensitized to that? But yeah, like I said, it'll be one of those things where I don't know, it's gonna ruffle feathers regardless of what I do. So it's kind of whatever. I'm at the phase in my life where I uh I really don't care about offending. I know that sounds bad. Not that I don't care. It's just every every little thing offends everyone, so therefore I care that significantly less. Yeah, it's kind of like if you don't like the language or if you don't like this or that, you don't have to be here that day. It's like, granted, I figure what it would be like is I may, depending on how it goes, I may end up uploading it as a, God, am I gonna become a reaction channel? I'm not, I can promise that, but what how it may work is they're really long episodes. They're like an hour and a half. So like they're like full on. No, don't worry. The only time we'd ever watch something on stream, it's probably because I can't seem to find the time to watch it myself, and so therefore I'm forcing everyone else to watch it with me. No, this channel will never be a solely. It'll never be solely reaction. I can assure you that. All right, cool. We're just kind of doing some finalization over the. I don't have a I don't have a singularity. Hey, I appreciate you being here. I bet. Always a pleasure, brother. Hopefully you sleep good. But yeah, what? No, what I was saying, what I might do is if I decide to do it on. If I poured 46 jars of pickle juice and ran through the town yelling, "I'm a pickle." You know what? I don't know if I don't know if I have. Maybe I have before. You know, maybe I actually have. Maybe I just blacked out that part of my memory. But yeah, essentially the way that I'm talking about doing it is if I decide to react to that, it would be like it'd probably be like one per stream. And we do it for like there's only like 6 episodes or 6 things in the little series. So it'd probably be like, okay, just do one per stream, game a little, maybe, depending on how long they take. And then I'd probably just upload them as like a reaction, kind of just to YouTube. Obviously, it's not really reaction because I mean, it's stream. It's still like a VOD. I just cut around, if that makes sense. Okay, so if we did the series I talked about reacting to, uh, is 6 episodes, all like an hour, hour and a half. They would probably be like streams. I would probably like watch an episode, like a full thing, game a little bit, then probably wrap up stream. And what I would do is I would upload it to YouTube, but I would cut out my gaming stuff that I did afterwards, and I would probably just have it separately as like its own video, essentially. If that makes sense. It's I'm not saying it's a reaction, it's pretty much a reaction. That's like, just because I'm too lazy to watch it on my own, that's the problem. I'll be honest, I've been so tempted to spend the time and color everything, all my conveyor belts and everything too. I wish there was like just a preset where I could just change them all. But yeah, I'll even reach out to people that I think that the language might bother and just be like, hey, you know, I'm gonna be doing this. Don't be here this day if you don't want to. My back is... Oh yeah, landscaping with rocks is rough. I don't think I've ever had a good experience doing that. Unfortunately, I have way more experience than I ever want. I'm telling you, you haven't lived Finland until you've had like your parent or whoever it is, your guardian, ask you the one, because like, for example, my father does like construction on vehicles, or like does repairs on vehicles and things like that, and this car broke down and we went and got it, and the owner literally, it died and the owner had the window like partially down. I literally had to crawl through the window. Granted, it's been a bit. I don't think I could easily do it now, but it's stuff like that is what? It's, I'm just being honest, man. It's stuff like that's not fun. No, but like my father does like mechanic work kind of, which so essentially when we went, I'm like, I was like this skinniest person there, or like the person that would be most likely to fit through the window of a car in order to like get in and like pop it in neutral and stuff. And it sounds crazy looking back at I've been a part of a lot of situations I never really want to be. I attempted to clean up some water on the hot stove with a towel and burnt the towel. Rip. It's so over, man. That sounds weird. Does it... Do you have this issue with rotating stuff that's actively, like, really hot? So I find when I, like, cook something... So, like sometimes I cook, like, a pretty protein heavy, like, quesadilla or something like that. Like a chicken quesadilla, for example. Instead of, like, actively... What I do is... We have this, like, I don't know if you've ever seen a quesadilla maker. It's pretty basic. It's just like, you know, obviously there's just two hot ends on it, on the top and the bottom. And yeah, instead of getting something to like rotate the quesadilla, I place the palm of my hand on the top of the like searing hot quesadilla, and then like as fast as I can like turn it, and then just repeatedly turn it as fast as I can while lifting my hand off. So I mean, that's the thing. It works. It works because I continue to do it to this very day. It's questionable, but it does. It's like a the best the best part is I've literally had like parents or like family come in and be like, you know, you can just use a spatula, or you know, you can just use this. I'm like, yeah, I could. Man, I need to go through and upgrade some of my conveyor belts. I didn't realize how old they are. Like I said, very stupid kid. Actually, the stupid kid thing goes kind of it may or may not go into adulthood too. Maybe I've never grown out of this stupid kid thing. Maybe it's just like like a soul part of me now. Nah, I don't think it'd be crazy to say that you can tell. I think anyone who's seen any of my Satisfactory, me playing the game at all, I think they would actively agree that like I said, don't got much going on up top. I can still build factories. Way much going on up top. I feel so weird like spending time like actively coloring stuff. I like the blue a lot better than, I don't know what it is about some of the ugly colors that they have preset. Okay, is there, please tell me there's no more like old conveyor belts I'm forgetting about. I'm trying to actively go over in my mind. Oh, I completely forgot to show it off. So when I was building the power storage thing, right? I kept running into an issue of wire. Because I don't know if you know, it to make power storages, it takes a bit of wire. And so I built a whole factory that literally just uploads wire. It's the whole that's this whole thing. That's its whole purpose. There's nothing more. But yeah, since I built like 10,000 of these like power things. Oh wow, can I even here? I can't even type 10,000 on that. Okay. That's okay. This is where I think. Yeah, see? So essentially, these are all the materials it took to build all 10,000 of them. So I've placed down 1 million wire. I don't know if it's anything that I should be proud of, but what? Oh, here, I forgot one of these. Yeah, so God, how stupid would I be to spend the time to actually like recolor the factory? I need to figure out the aluminum solution. Because I would really love to make the aluminum plates and stuff, because essentially then I can upgrade everything to conveyor belt tier 5s, which is incredible. Because I'll be honest, Mark 4s weren't cutting it. Weren't cutting it at all. I just saw a message from iBat, and I hate the message. You know how he's been playing in the finals, right? He sent me a screenshot of his playtime. He just downloaded it yesterday, and he has 15 hours on the game. Come on, man. Why? You just can't. You can't even make it up at that point. I'm not proud of him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure he knows that next time I talk to him. Should. He is gone now, so you can talk trash. I think I'll readjust this to go over to my other base. I want to make sure. I don't feel like I've collected all my. Yo, crazy enough, I when I first started my channel, my YouTube channel, or any of my channels, I actually wanted to do VR content. Isn't that insane? I don't think I ever end up running with it at all. I know how crazy that sounds. That was actually my full plans that I wanted to do with the channel. Yeah. Looking back, it's crazy to think about. I never did anything to even like remotely set myself up for it. I don't know why I keep using jetpack. I have the hover pack now. Awesome. I love how that just didn't work at all. Actually, what does it take to charge it? No way. Is that why it didn't work? Do I have to be near power lines? Oh my god, I do. I didn't realize that's how it worked. It charges off of power lines. That's insane. I did not realize that. Man, this thing's garbage compared to the jetpack. I don't know if I would have built it if I knew that that's how it worked. Now, if I had a like the mega base built like I talked about, I wouldn't have an issue because obviously it would have so much power ran. So if I took, I want to dumb it down as much as I can. So essentially, the if I took the amount of time that I worked on this plant only, it will have taken me, I think, 4 days, 4 or 5 days total to get like the whole plant. Like, if I would have like not stopped at the first floor and just kept going and kept going and kept going, that's essentially, it would have taken me 5 days. Because crazy enough, I finished the second floor within a day, roughly. But of course, I couldn't just stop there. I had to keep going. Let's go check on the heavy modular frame factory. I want to make sure I got this actually hooked up correctly. I unhooked it when I was also doing the. That's a lot of spiders. I unhooked it when I was doing the power storages as well. Kind of one of those things I didn't need heavy modular frames at the time, and my storage was actually already filling up full of them, so I felt like it was dumb to have a place where I could produce resources but not be able to really use them. We'll go up and see.
Don't forget to take the stairs once in a while. Healthy knees reduce the damage you take from any gravity-related incident.
Oh wow, okay, so we have three full industrial storage containers full of heavy modular frames. Hmm. Now, why is the encased industrial beams not? Oh, that's probably why. All right, what mess do we have? Okay. I'm sorry. That's what it is. Okay. Not the end of the world. Okay. So that should get backed up eventually. Yep, like that. And then the rest of these should just go up. Not bad. We'll go up and make sure that it's actually making them. It is indeed. Nice. So now these factories are pretty much back to normal. Everything's back the way it should be. Actually, I'm trying to think, what was it? I need 50 of this. 50 smokeless powder. I think it was 50 computers. For another thing. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll grab these two. I didn't say it on stream, but think about saving up for the 1,000 ticket statue. I don't need it, but it's for an achievement, so I feel like I should go for it. I don't actually have very many achievements left in the game to get. Most of them are like phase related type things. Actually, I think we've completed like a majority of the hardest achievements in the game. At this point, I'm kind of achievement hunting. Okay, I was about to say, am I gonna be able to? There we go. My bunny hopping's acting a bit funny. All right. I think we're gonna head back to the main base and save there. And I will consider today to be a very big accomplishment. Not only did we complete phase 3, we've completely finished tier 7 on the research tree. So therefore we can immediately jump into aluminum. I'm trying to think of what else we unlocked. We unlocked a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, blender. I think that's what it is. Did we unlock the blender yet? I'll find out here in a second. Yep, blender. I was thinking we had. So yeah. Pretty crazy accomplishment. The better question is, do we even need to move off of move off of fuel power? Or can we just like actively like not really I'm not saying I don't want to mess with nuclear, because I do, but I mean, we're really not using that much power right now. All right. I think I'm gonna save. Man, I think I'm going to wrap there. So, I appreciate you all being here. It's always a pleasure. I can't promise I'll be live tomorrow, but I should hopefully be. If not, expect me soon. I won't be live Wednesday, I can for sure say that. If I am, it might be a little bit later than usual. I have a friend coming in from out of town, so. Alright. Well, without further ado, thank you all again. If you like any part of this, please consider liking, following, subscribing, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Later.